And welcome back to Press X for Chromosomes, where we are going to do some supports.
What?
Yeah.
Nonsense.
I know, right? We got a fuck ton, dude. We got ones that we've been waiting on forever.
Yes.
So let's talk to Fernan, I guess.
Ferdinand von Ayer. My dad is... I'm Duke now.
What's up?
Oh, you know, there is always something. It never ends. Lately, I have been feeling uneasy, impatient. Edelgard claims victory after victory. She never stops. 5 years ago,
Burned out, dude?
she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles.
It's also like...
my father included.
Ah, yes,
I always
anxiety.
thought I would be the one to unseat him, but she did it instead. With all the ease and indifference
she's
of someone
Empress.
cracking an egg.
Yeah.
Now,
She
as
can
the
fucking
head of
snap her
House Iron,
fingers and
I
fucking
serve
Hubert will
Edelgard.
become a fucking
I have
chair
to
for her.
accept that I am
Basically.
her subordinate, working beneath her to
It's like the
reunify
one
Foma.
lady in the 7
The
remake.
disparity between Edelgard
who's
and
her,
myself is obvious.
Her
She
footrest.
never stops moving
Oh,
And then
yeah.
he like crawls after her when she
Single-minded.
leaves.
Yeah. I will say
Where does
that's
that leave me?
as much as I
Here,
gripe on like
flailing
7
about,
adding
going
in
nowhere, contributing
fucking some
nothing.
nonsense and shit like that, and then also
But it is.
weird
That
story
is the
things that
reality.
was unnecessary.
Not once
I do
since I've been
appreciate
to
the
academy
amount of humor they're
have I
adding in.
exceeded
Right.
Edelgard's
And just the kind of
abilities.
wackiness here
I
and
saw
there.
her as
Like
a
it's
worthy
appreciated.
opponent.
I'm
Right.
glad that there's
She
good
did not
humor
even
in
see
it,
me
but
as a
also it's like
contender. She did
you don't
not
have to
even
fit
consider me
every
at all.
fucking game that's ever. It's
As the
not
head
Kingdom
of the
Hearts.
noble
We don't need to.
Right.
Not everything
I
is
must be
super
able to
relevant to
achieve
7
results.
itself.
my
Like
efforts have
sure,
come
it's
to
in the
nothing.
7 realm, but like
Mhm.
we don't need to
Results are
know like.
everything.
We don't
I
need
have not
Gact and
shown
Dirge
results.
Cerberus in the game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Forever.
Like that's not relevant to the whole story. It's relevant to his character, but not to the whole fucking story.
Right. We don't need episode everyone, please.
I appreciate your kind words, but you are wrong.
And here's why
I
you're
know that I
wrong.
have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone.
Sounds like someone we know.
Even so,
Mm-hmm.
may I ask a favor?
It's me.
Me
Professor,
too.
Please keep an eye on my
We all get into
progress.
contrary moods here
I
and
would
there.
appreciate if you were always by my side, bearing witness to my accomplishments.
Yeah, sure, I'll feed your ego.
He's like, uh-huh. Oh wait, I just fucking was like, nope, not gonna talk
Fuck
to Caspar.
Caspar.
Hey, Professor, something's been bothering me.
The fact that everyone's taller than you now.
Remember that suspicious guy I chased after back when I was a student?
Didn't we see this
A
one?
knight scolded me for it.
Yeah,
At the
I think
time,
technically we
really
have a
thought I
female
was doing the
Byleth.
right
Yeah.
We've done a lot of his by accident.
Right, because he's like... He was always like next to somebody.
Yeah. So I have to keep them apart if we don't want to hook them up. Or if we want to hook up with one of them.
And that concludes my report.
Hubert, I can't shake the feeling that you're keeping more secrets from me.
I have told you before, there are secrets even I am unwilling to share.
Like
I
killing my dad.
remember. However, I am the emperor now.
Is this the
If
castle?
the minister of the imperial household
Yeah, this has
does
to be
not
their
obey his
castle.
orders,
Okay.
I have the right to execute him.
I fear you have misunderstood me, Your Majesty.
Oh, we can kind of see his other eye.
It is true that I am officially your
It's in
minister, but such titles are of little significance to me. I serve you purely out of personal devotion.
Simp.
Perhaps there was a
Right.
time when I
Whipped.
served the imperial line due to my duty as a member of House Vestra. But since you returned from the kingdom, my loyalty has been to you alone.
I see. Then you are unwilling to obey my orders as emperor?
Correct. If you prefer to treat this formally, then charge me with a crime. I will gladly offer up my neck to the executioner.
Damn, that's
my
extreme,
God.
dude.
You
Yeah,
know I
right?
would never do such a thing, and that I pay no heed to the title you bear. It is your own presence and capabilities that I value so highly, Hubert. Titles are meaningless next to such things. Our families have no bearing on this matter, nor does the Empire itself.
In that case, Lady Edelgard, I ask you to turn a blind eye to my secrets. They are trifles,
I'm not scheming
beneath your
behind you and
notice.
telling Claude
Lest
about
I
the,
handle them
those
alone.
who slither in the
Slither
dark.
Focus
Yeah.
on the path ahead of you.
I'm not planning on
The scarlet
like writing a
path I
note
have
to give them
carefully
in
prepared.
case of my death.
Yeah.
That path is red with blood is not
But only on
something
Claude's
you
route.
Trouble yourself over.
Yeah, he's like, fuck
As
Dimitri.
Emperor, I'm obliged to
Dimitri
accept
doesn't
that
need to
answer.
know that the relics that they
However,
use
as
are
your
bones
friend,
of
I
feel
irritate
like
you
Rhea's
no end.
siblings.
You
Yeah,
seem confident
right.
of painting the
They
path
gave
I
Claude
walk.
like the super important shit, and yet his feels like a
Yeah.
fucking like,
I am the one
you
serve,
can play it
but
if you want,
refuse
you know?
to
Right.
It feels like
I trust you,
critical.
Hubert, and that is precisely why I want to know everything. Your secret hopes and burdens, all of it. If I'm truly the center of your world, then I wish you would trust me as well as I trust you.
turns out he's just misogynist. He's like, nah, you're a girl.
Very well. You have me beaten.
The thing is,
I
too,
will
is just
tell
like,
you as much
Edelgard,
as I
let
am able.
people be
From the assassins
themselves.
She's nosy, dude.
boundaries.
Old
Yeah,
as
she
Yeah.
is.
bribes to the identity of the one I love.
Wait a moment. Are you saying you have
Wait a
romantic...
You
minute.
have to be a fucking, you have to live under a rock, girl.
That is the one secret I have particularly
Like,
hoped to
come
keep from you.
on.
I would immediately be like, is it me?
Nonsense.
Right.
You
The one
can't
you love.
possibly keep something so
You
fascinating
keep
from me.
talking about, you know,
Very
you're always
cryptically.
completely devoted
It
to
is
me.
you, Lady Edelgard.
Come on,
Did you
Edelgard.
ever really doubt?
Hubert, you never cease to surprise me.
He's a simp,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
but like a kind of a cooler simp than most simps.
He's at least not an obnoxious simp.
Can get shit done too.
Yeah.
Not saying simps can't. I'm just saying that he's a little bit more capable, but he's also, you know, a fucking like right hand dude to an empress. So, you know.
Gotta get
Standing
that
tall, I see.
Emperor servant AU in there.
Yeah, right.
Edelgard, hello.
It's not an AU, it's just
This
fucking
one.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine marvel, no? Look how intelligent he is. You can see it in his
Where's my
face.
coffee shop,
Certainly
AD?
much smarter
Right?
than your horse.
Am I? Oops, there's only one bed.
Oh, what a
And
lovely
they were
view.
roommates.
Oh my gosh, they were
Behold,
roommates.
Edelgard, do you see this blood red bloom? This is much more impressive than the pale little sprigs you have there. And as I'm sure you know, redness symbolizes courage and strength.
I know I'm wearing it.
Ferdinand, stop.
She's like, would you stop
I
nagging me
can't believe
already?
you're wasting my time with a petty one-sided rivalry.
What are you complaining about? You told me not to publish my pamphlet, and I complied.
I've had enough of your foolish antics. Very well. I will grant you the duel you so desperately desire. But when I
Ferdinand
win,
will
you
lose
must
because he
forfeit the
doesn't
right
dodge
to bother
shit.
me with your ridiculousness.
And he doesn't crits.
Yeah, he's
Forever.
allergic to
Do we
critting.
have a deal?
If he does, he might die.
So you'll fight me after all? Wonderful. To battle then.
She's like, I'm fucking empress.
All right,
Yeah,
Edelgard.
right?
Have at me.
As you wish. Ha!
Dude, she's like a one-hit KO. Good
She
luck for her,
really
man.
is.
It only took you one blow?
Canonically, she's a one-hit
I can't
KO.
afford to hold back against an opponent like you. I led with my fastest, strongest strike.
Fastest and strongest? You're just flattering me. I have been defeated, utterly. I cannot believe
And now
I
your
was
ego's
foolish
back in the
enough to
normal place.
challenge such a plainly superior opponent.
The difference in our skill level is not so great as all that. If you had taken the first strike, you might have won. That's why I didn't give you the chance.
I do not think talent is what separates us so much as readiness. I had not the faintest idea of what to expect from a real duel. I was playing, but you were not. That such an ill
He's just got like
noble would
gash
think
down
to
his
challenge
like
you?
chest. It's just like
Is
squirting
laughable.
blood.
Yeah, he's like, but he's still going through all his dialogue, and he's like, nah, I need to go see Manuela.
Just falls into the puddle of blood.
Yeah.
I have been watching you in secrecy, Edelgard. But
It's not
you
that
and
secret.
Hubert
You're
were
the only one
close to
dressed
me,
like that.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you intend to shadow us like that, you can be sure it won't escape our notice. Hubert was primed and ready to remove you. I ordered him to stand down.
You have my thanks. I have been making a decision that I am wanting to learn from you. I was thinking it was enough to be shooting one bird with one arrow. But after speaking with you, I trained with hardness. Now I can be shooting two birds with one
Stones.
arrow.
Presents?
Stones.
Are you implying that
Yes, a single arrow.
that's astounding, Petra? It's perhaps a bit late to explain now, but what I was getting at earlier was actually...
She's like, damn. It's a saying.
Right.
You... come again?
I like this.
I really was shooting these birds with one arrow, but my joke is that I did have understanding.
I
about
like
what you
Petra
told
because
me.
fucking
I took it
she
to my
lets
heart.
them assume she's
Did you?
stupid.
Right, yeah.
I'm smart and Bridget.
You are a person with great bluntness. I am admiring of you. As an emperor, a commander, a warrior, and a friend, you are excelling at all that you do. All of the Empire is resting on your shoulders, and that is including Bridget too. I will not be falling behind you. I will be carrying Bridget on my shoulders too. And one day, you and I will be facing each other, and we will be shaking hands.
And then I shoot you.
And then I'll strangle you.
Yeah.
Like in The Simpsons.
Yes, that much is certain. I can see that you no longer need me to look out for you. You and I are much the same. We dutifully shoulder our burdens and stand tall no matter what. It would be foolish of me to deny it.
Your words give me great joy. And it also gave me joy to see you being flustered when I was showing you the birds.
A cheap
Flips her
trick to
off.
be
Yeah,
sure,
right.
but
Just being like, oh no,
arguably
not another
funny.
trickster.
To think that you went to all the trouble of shooting 2 pheasants at once for the sake of a joke. Well played, Petra.
We both are growing every day.
See, it's
I
just
hope
like,
you
why wouldn't
keep
you
doing
shoot
so.
both the birds separately and then just take one arrow and just stab it with the other one?
I would do that.
Yeah.
But I'm lazy.
Exactly, yeah.
I fit in with Linhart a lot.
Ah, young Edelgard. This is your first time in this room, yes?
Ever?
That's right. When I was a student, I avoided this place. I couldn't allow the church to learn of my crests, after all.
True enough. But now you have come here
Anywho,
by
can
your
I study
own
them?
choice.
Exactly.
Can I take that as an indication that you have come to trust me a little more?
I suppose so, though I'm still bothered by certain things.
Tell me, what things might those be?
Well, we're fighting to free the world from the church's control and to unify Fodlan. You must have some idea of what the world I'm seeking to create will be like.
With the world freed from the powers of crests, Fodlan's system of nobility will collapse.
Precisely. Our current system is founded on the fact that crests are inherited through blood. If we shatter the status quo so that those without crests are no longer at the mercy of those with them, the very concept of nobility will vanish.
Why should that have any effect on me? I am no longer
Yes,
a member
and?
of the nobility.
Perhaps the fate of the nobility is of no consequence to you. But what about that of crests? You've devoted your life to unraveling their secrets. Whereas I seek to create a world where crests are no longer valued. In fact, I would prefer to rid the world of them entirely if at all possible. Does this not concern you?
I see. I think I finally understand why you've always seemed so unsure about me. You imagine your ambition might crush my dreams. I assure
He's like, dude, I'm
there
like
is nothing
knocking
to
on death's
worry
door
about.
slightly.
Yeah, right?
I
He's
So
like,
like, don't worry, my ambition won't last that much longer.
he's like, I'm going to die before you get your plans ways, probably.
Yeah.
I also believe that the influence of crests will not be so easily quelled. That is why I must continue to research them and unravel all the secrets they hold.
2 + 3
see.
= 5. How did I not see this? A crest showed me the way. It's a secret that unravels. Sometimes things expensive aren't quality. Whoa.
I need to find that video again and watch it.
Professor Manuela, may I come in?
Isn't it like someone about to have like gay sex too?
What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he like picks him up off the street and is just like, come to my
Something the
room, and he
matter?
sits on the bed and he's like,
No,
this
I
isn't
just-
comfy.
He's like the cotton,
yeah.
and he's like,
Actually,
sometimes
I have
things
to
that
know.
are expensive
did you make
are
such a
worse.
mess
And then he like leaves the room.
Details.
Suffice to say, my room always looks like this after I've been dumped.
Oh, right. Well, let's see
When I
what
get
we
dumped,
can
I
do
just go
about
get ice cream.
Wait, you talking about what they were just talking about?
Yeah.
Or, okay. Because I was still on the fucking
Appreciate it,
the
Edelgard.
expensive thing.
What can I do for you?
I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about trying to get a
So I
fucking
came to
video
see if you're
card.
doing all right.
Oh, fuck yeah,
The
dude,
moment
man.
saw you,
I
could
need to
tell
see
you
what-
were
Cryptocurrency's a nightmare. It's made the world a hellhole.
I might take
I
Chris up
suppose
on
among
his
other
offer.
things.
Obvious.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
Get his.
Perhaps I should stop being quite so dramatic. All the same, dear, I'd like to repay you for helping me out. Name your prize.
I don't need a reward. But if you wouldn't mind answering my question, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Of course. What is
Why
it?
do I keep staring
I
at your
once
chest?
asked you why you chose to retire. You said that the goddess supports you emotionally, but it's up to you to take care of the rest. I have to admit that I don't quite understand what you meant by that. Can you please explain?
Did I say that? I suppose so. From joining the Middle Franc Opera Company to becoming a diva of the grand stage.
And now I'm just
I
a
went through
nurse.
so much
Yeah,
to
right.
achieve what I did. Looking back, I don't know how I made it.
What happened during
Every
that
author
time?
ever. How did I make it?
A
don't
lot.
know. Luck.
My
Yeah,
divinely gifted
me trying
voice
to
only got me
Explain
to
to
the
people
edge
my
of the
resin
stage.
processes.
From
How'd you
there,
find this out?
I had to work hard to defeat
Luck.
my rival.
Kind of.
I did
educated
all of this
guessing.
by
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah,
through
that was
sheer
basically it.
force of
That's me
will.
for a lot of things.
All
Yeah.
so I could stand center stage.
Ah, I see I was wrong about something. I thought that being a devout believer implied a certain weakness of spirit, an inability to survive on your
Maybe I
own.
shouldn't have destroyed the
But
church.
You've proven me wrong,
Fuck.
Professor.
Oh shit, can we go back in time? Hey Byleth, I heard you have an ability.
Yeah, right.
Show them this letter. Threaten them. Do what you must. Now go.
Guard's
Yes,
like,
sir.
damn. Alright. Dude, I get to threaten people.
Fuck
We're
yeah!
fucking at the, like the mess table. He's like bragging on all his like
Is that
friends.
what I
He's
think
like,
it
Hubert
was?
gave me the okay to
I
threaten
suppose
dudes.
there's
Yeah.
no denying it.
But Edelgard,
Time to use my werewolf
Explicitly
costume.
forbade me to send it. Yes, I know.
I cannot believe it. You disobeyed a direct order?
My name is Hubert.
thought
Do you
you were her
see all the
loyal
fucks I
aide.
give?
Yeah. Here's my fucks. Handsome air.
All that I do for her. I seem to recall you expressing a similar sentiment. It is our role to guide her when she is on the wrong course of action. Is that not what you said?
Yeah, but not
You're
like
not
this.
supposed to do it in secret. When you
He doesn't
disagree
do
with your
anything
leader,
not in
you must
secret.
voice
I
your
know,
concerns
right? Look at the
directly.
man.
Otherwise, what is the
He's
point?
dressed like a shadow. His
point
best
is the
impression
same.
of a shadow.
Lady Edelgard's best interests
He's just a little
are
too
served
pasty.
whether she knows it
You
or
know,
not.
like,
She
fucking
needs not
someone
trouble herself
described a
with the
shadow to him. He's like,
mundane
I
details
got
of
it.
my
I can dress
actions.
like that.
Only results matter.
You are sorely misguided. When I believe that Edelgard is making a mistake,
Dude, it's
I
like
tell her as much.
Maleficent with a
Through discussing the
Disney
matter,
prince.
I sometimes find that I was mistaken.
Yeah.
It's like evil
To
and
skip
good
that
together, but
process,
like
To
somehow
make a
working
decision
out.
that is not yours to make.
Perhaps
Not
your
in this one,
advice
but
is simply
they have a
useless
double
then.
A, so
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm curious about where this is
Listen
gonna
to
go.
yourself.
same.
If I do as Lady Edelgard requires, then you tell me to be more independent. But if I tread my own path, I am misguided. I suppose the fault is mine for expecting any useful advice to come out of your mouth.
Ugh, I have had enough of your grousing. To think, I started to believe you were a useful aid.
That'll teach him.
Yeah, bicker, bicker, bicker.
Bigger more. Do you have? Oh, you do. Crazy.
You were rather quiet in the last battle, Caspar. Not a single war cry to be heard. It was almost as if
Wow,
you weren't
amazing.
even
It's almost
there.
as if you could
I did
take
it
people
just
to
for
go
you,
kinda,
Hubert.
you
Isn't
know,
that what you
quiet.
wanted? Weren't you the one who said my shouting would cause problems?
Yes, I was. And at the time, you seemed intent on ignoring my advice.
Well, that was then. Recently, my behavior caused trouble, just like you said it would. I was shouting the other day and some enemies heard. I pretty much gave our position away and left us open to attack.
Dummy.
I mean, it turned out fine in the end, but someone could have died if things had played out differently. Anyway, I did some self-reflecting and realized that I probably shouldn't shout so much. A decision that I'm proud to say I came to all on my own.
You had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I took what you said and I tossed it in the garbage, and then I thought of it myself.
Yeah.
Being too quiet on the battlefield is extremely dangerous.
I'm sorry, what? That's the exact
I would be
opposite
Caspar
of what
too,
you
being
said
like,
before.
okay, what do you the fuck you want then?
What do you want? What do you want?
I have no choice but to accept the truth that your
Like
shouting
quasi
is
yells.
vital.
Yeah.
What in the world are you talking about?
We've all grown used to the way you fight. Your battle cries help morale, and your instructions rise above the din of battle. I would go so far as to say that the soldiers under your command would be lost without the guidance of your booming voice.
I would not
I
call
really don't
Caspar's
get you,
voice
Hubert.
booming. I would call it nasally.
You inspire people. The benefits of your shouting outweigh the risks. Something wrong?
I don't like it when you're nice.
Yeah, it's like Hubert has the ability to be nice. Yeah. And it's weird.
If you want me to shout, then I'm gonna shout. I'm not even gonna think about it.
I don't think about anything.
Come around.
Don't get too excited. You'll be ambushed again.
Then I guess I'm
Use
gonna
his
have to
power
fight some guy
wisely.
first.
Yeah, right. Moderation. Also, I love that Caspar's eyes are exactly his hair color, like his irises
Yeah,
are like the darker one, and it's ringed with the lighter color.
You know what that means in anime world? His dad had fucking the hair color, and his mom had the eye color.
Absolutely.
And they just synced up.
Yep. All right, last one.
Yeah.
I must
Forever,
thank
and then
you
we're
for
quitting
lending
the
your
series.
expertise to the aid of Her Majesty, Hannah.
Formatting this fucking
Your
save file.
gratitude is wasted on me.
I would cry.
I would cry
choose
too.
this
That's a
situation
fucking. It
in
shows me how much I've played this
because
game.
it
I've almost played it for
benefits me.
400 fucking hours,
Yeah.
Carry out my research anywhere, of course, but that is, as they say, beside the point.
Is that so?
Hubert, there's something I want to tell you. Will you hear me out?
Depends what it is.
You're
You
a
are
simp.
a joke. Yeah.
It concerns your father.
Then no. Absolutely not.
I'm gonna tell you
Oh,
anyway.
By all means, cover your ears and run out of the room. I'll still speak the words, for I feel
Yeah,
that
look,
I
why even
must.
ask?
Yeah, right?
Your father, the Marquis of Vestra, well, rather the former Marquis of Vestra, was a selfless man. He was practical and never sought power for the sake of power. In that respect, you and he
Oh no,
are
don't tell him
rather
he's like his
alike.
dad.
Do you think such a man would so easily betray his emperor, even if led astray by the Prime Minister?
Clearly, yes. That's exactly what he did. He played a large part in the assault on the palace, personally spearheaded the Emperor's capture. The thought of those treacherous arms reaching out for Her Majesty is truly upsetting.
Agreed. Facts are facts. The palace walls are stuffed with countless truths, all of them concealed by the stones and mortar of fact. I hoped you would have the capacity to see the unfettered truth, but I fear that where your father is concerned,
You get clouded,
your
boy.
eyes may see
Yeah, it's the
only
whole
what
thing
you
of, like-
wish them to see.
I'll take
Emotions
that
and
under
shit.
advisement.
Feel free to ignore me.
Willful
I
ignorance,
know
I think,
full
is what I'm
well
trying to
I
go
have
for.
my own
Well, I think it's
blind
because it's still
spots.
family.
It's just
Right.
That you have a little
I
bit of
believe
different
your father had
feelings
something
about it,
he
maybe a
was
little bit
trying to
more
protect.
vindictiveness,
Mhm.
or maybe a little bit more
stain
care,
on his
depending on
honor,
how you feel about your
being
parent
purged by his own
or
son,
family.
Right.
all in the name of protection. I speak from knowledge, as someone who failed to protect something I held dear.
Let's say you're right. Suppose he did it to protect something he cared about. It doesn't matter. Doesn't change his actions or my judgment of them. My father was a traitor to House Rasvelg, and he deserved what he got. That was me protecting something I care about.
Hanneman's like,
Ah,
wait, did you just
I
admit?
can see the right of that.
Are-
You have chosen your
Are you
own
simping
path.
for Edelgard? He's like, so why does
Continue
everyone keep
protecting
saying
what
that?
you wish to protect, and I shall support you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, well, do we want to end it there?
Yeah, let's
And
end
we
it
can
there.
continue on supports next time.
Yeah.
So until then,
Bye.